Hello, this is Crystal from Galaxy Finds. I am a full-time online reseller. I've just started being a full-time online reseller as of last month. Before that, I've been part-time for about 4 years. I'm sorry that there's a ton of background noise. I rent an office next to a church and I always do my videos on Sundays because that's when I have time. So hopefully you can hear everything. But this video is about Depop. So I've been selling on Depop for, I made an account about a year ago and I just kind of threw a few things up there and walked away, which is not how you do any platform, by the way. So obviously I was not surprised to not make any sales for a while. I made my first Depop sale on January 20th of this year. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about Depop because I've been posting more on my Instagram about my sales and about stuff on there in general, and people have been private messaging me about different questions because they want to get started on Depop. So I figured from someone who is sort of new but has still been on the platform long enough to kind of form an opinion about it that I would do a video. I have notes here, that's why I keep looking down. And if there's anything that I don't go over that you're wondering about, you can always shoot me a message on Instagram at Galaxy Finds, and I will hopefully be able to answer it. So, without further ado here, I'm going to go over all of the facts and the, questions that get asked, and then I'm going to go over my personal pros and cons of selling on Depop. Okay. So I made my first sale on Depop on January 20th, as I said. My first sale was actually an item out of my personal closet from high school. So yeah, it was technically vintage, which tells you how old I am. It was a furry zebra trench coat that I got at Contempo Casuals when I was in high school. And I remember saving up for that jacket. It cost me like $75, which, in the late 90s, kind of a lot of money. I ended up reselling it for $50. So I was happy with that. 20 years later, made most of my money back, even though it had been worn for a long time. So if you're a clothes hoarder like me and you're in your 30s and you have some of your high school clothes, Depop is the place for it. So my sales didn't pick up really until mid-July because you've seen a few videos ago probably that I did a challenge with April Hunter's Hustle Hacks. I will link her Instagram below, but she does these challenges and she's been kicking my butt. And so in her challenges, there's a whole part about cross-posting. So I started cross-posting to Depop and I started making sales. Wow. Shocking, right? So I would say my sales picked up on Depop when I hit about 50 listings, and that was mid-July. So I made 13 sales on Depop, which I know is not a ton, but I've been very slowly adding. So I've been doing my cross posting and all this stuff. So yeah, and I'm trying now to add about 10 new items a week. I'm up to 91 available listings. So I have hit that 100 points. So I hope that also is going to help me a little bit. I would say people ask me what sells on Depop. For me personally, it is vintage 90s and kitsch, which is things that are so ugly that they're cute. That's the only way I can really describe that. I sold a really overly I wouldn't say embellished, but it was a knit vest, a Halloween vest, and it just had pumpkins and witches and candy corn and all this stuff. I sold that overnight, and I sold it for $40. It was something I got out of the bins, and that's the kind of stuff that sells on Depop. Yeah, so stuff that is either from the 90s or 90s inspired, I find does the best for me. Some items I only list to Depop and not to Poshmark because I know it's items that would sit forever on Poshmark, and there's really no point in even listing them there. So I do have a handful of items that I just list to Depop. And so the other question I get asked a lot is about shipping on Depop. It's not hard, but it is harder than Poshmark. So if you're used to Poshmark shipping, you get a label in the mail. You're set up to 5 pounds. Easy peasy. Depop is kind of like eBay, where you have to weigh the item, and the shipping is based on the weight and the size of the item. So I use Pirate Ship, which gives you the cheapest shipping option for whatever you have to do. And on Depop, it says that your items will sell 50% faster if you offer free shipping. So to include that, I list my items a little bit higher and offer free shipping. So like, say you want to sell a pair of shoes for $40. And if you put it up for $40 plus $10 shipping, that is not as attractive as just $50 free shipping. People love to see that free shipping. It's all in the head, man. So yeah, free shipping. Everything on my Depop has free shipping. So the people that use Depop are mainly teenagers and young 20s. So you have to do things that appeal to that crowd. So once again, Poshmark users, do not just take everything you know about Poshmark and throw it away. Okay? Like, I do like lazy flat lay stuff, like, and those are the pictures I use. I use completely different pictures than I use on Poshmark. So like when I photograph an item, if I know that I'm going to cross post it, I will take like my Poshmark like mannequin photos or whatever and find my stock photos. And then I will do my lay it on the sheet, take pictures, flat lay, plain, whatever, for Depop. I know Depop users use a lot of like background colors and whatever. Like, I don't do that. I do the plain white, but I'll do the flat lays for Depop. Unless it's like a coat or something, they'll like put it on the dress form. But never use stock photos on Depop. The only time I've ever gotten a stock photo removed in my 5 years on Poshmark, I am on Depop for less than a year, and I got a listing taken down for using a stock photo. So I would say never use stock photos on Depop. Plus, the users don't like stock photos. The users actually really appreciate a modeled picture by a real person, which most of my stuff is not my size, so that's really out of, like, that's not what I do. But I have modeled a few items. It's not easy. I have a lot of respect for you guys that model items, because it's just a lot of work when you're doing it by yourself. So, with that said, there is a verified top user program on Depop. And I know a lot of you probably are thinking, oh, like the Posh Ambassador program. Yes and no. Yes, because like it gives you a special title, whatever. But the Depop verified seller program is very hard to get into and maintain. So I'll give you the easy parts first. Rating of 4.5 stars plus. You have to keep your rating over 4.5 stars. Easy peasy. You're in any platform selling, you know that's pretty easy to do. Ship within 10 days. Absolutely, very easy to do. Have no infringements on your account, meaning like you're not selling replicas and you're not doing anything like shady. You're not, canceling orders or not sending out stuff or whatever. Another easy thing. Here is the difficult part. If we had to do this for Poshmark, there would be like no Poshmark ambassadors. You have to sell 50 or more items at an average price of $20 each month for 4 months in a row, or sell $2,600 worth of items each month for 4 months. I don't even think I do that on Poshmark. So I don't know if I'll ever be a verified user on Depop, which is fine, but like verified users get like a huge bump. And like, I obviously have to list more things to be able to even try that, but like 50 or more items at an average of $20 a month. Like, my average price, like, sales are actually pretty good on Depop, but I've only sold 13 items. So I don't see myself ever being a verified user, unfortunately, but just think of how easy it is to become a Posh ambassador next to that. Okay, so my pros and cons list. Okay. My pros of Depop. There is a private messaging system. Yes, something we've all been asking for on Poshmark. They have it. It's great if so here comes another pro, is that there's no offer button. The price is the price. So if somebody does want to offer you something, they have to message you and actually talk to you about it. So I feel like that cuts down on people lowballing you, because they'll be like, oh, hey, would you be willing to take this amount? And if I write back and I'm like, oh, hey, this is what I was looking for this item, because I'm including shipping as well and whatever, then usually you make a sale. So I think the private messaging is a good thing, and the lack of an offer button is a good thing. Depop, you get paid immediately. Immediately. There's no ship it, wait for it to get delivered, wait 3 days for that person to accept it. No, that person buys it, that money is in your PayPal account immediately. So what happens is PayPal, say you sell something for $20. PayPal sends you $20. And then immediately then it says you have paid Depop, and it takes out the Depop fee, which is 10%. So once again, another pro, 10% fee, plus PayPal fee of 3%, but still 13%, better than 20%, right? Let's see. Another pro is that I can sell things on Depop that I would never be able to sell on Poshmark, which I had gone over. You can rate your buyer. I love it. So if you have a buyer that has given you trouble, you can rate them. It's on a star system, 1 through 5. I haven't had any issues with any buyers, thankfully. Yeah, so that's fun. And also, if you want to get your ratings up and you haven't sold anything, if you buy something on Depop, the buyer will rate you. So you end up with, 5-star rating. So I didn't make a sale until after I had my first 5-star rating from a seller. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, because I think people see, oh, this person has been rated 5 stars, I can buy from them. Okay, and then followers don't really count. I was really oh my gosh, I need to get my followers up, thinking Poshmark, Poshmark I have 300,000 followers or something. Depop I have I don't know, 1,000 or 1,700, I think. It's not a lot. And obviously if I've been there for a year, that's not a lot. But it doesn't seem to matter. So I'm fine by that. They have a very simple layout. You scroll through someone's closet and it's just pictures. It's nothing. If you like something, you have to click on it and whatever. But it's kind of like a Instagram setup. If you were to scroll through someone's Instagram, it would look like that. So yeah, those are my pros. I do have some cons though. So hear me out. In the light of being able to have private messaging, there's also the con of private messaging, is which I get so many spam things, and so many people go oh my god, come check out my sale. No, these are people that I'm not following, people that I haven't liked any of their items. I'm running a sale today, come check out my items. Hey, are you interested in buying something? Leave me alone. So yeah, those people are annoying. And if you're on Depop, don't cold call people. Don't message people that have no interest in your closet. If somebody likes an item, sure, feel free to, message them about it and be like, hey, I'm offering 20% off this item if you're interested in buying. If not, no pressure. Cool. Anyway, there's no so I know how on Poshmark you can pick colors, which, obviously there's not that many colors you can pick on Poshmark, but still you can pick a color. There's no color thing on Depop. So I had a message last night is this pink or red? So I do wish you could pick a main color of the item. I mean, I guess you could say it in the listing, but I think it would make it easier if you could do that. you can only have 4 photos. I think that's like my biggest con, is because like I'm one of those people in Poshmark that uses like 12 to 16 photos. I take photos of everything on the item, every tag, every spot. If there's a tiny minuscule spot, I will take a picture of it, every angle. So a Depop, I really have to just pick the 4 best photos. And if I really need more than 4 photos, I have to go into like the photo app and make like a collage. So that is annoying. There's less brands to choose from, so a lot of my stuff doesn't have a brand on it just because it's not a recognized brand on Depop, which is not a huge deal because most of my stuff is like vintage 90s, so it's not like the brand really matters. So there is like a Poshmark aspect of this, is like you really do have to like share your closet. They call it refreshing your listings, but it's basically the same thing as sharing, because they say you should do this every day, more than once a day. You go in, you have to go into it, and then you press edit, and then you press post. So you have to go into every listing, edit, post, edit, post, edit, post. Luckily, I don't have that many items, so it doesn't take that long, but that is annoying. Your buyers are not required to rate you. So it does, like, when you're first starting out, it is kind of frustrating because, like, I know they aren't required to rate you on any platform really, but like out of my 13 sales, only 6 of them have rated me. So I don't know. That's kind of frustrating. I wish they would kind of like nudge you to like, because I'll rate my buyer and be like, thanks for your purchase, hope you enjoy it, blah blah, and they won't rate me. So there's that. Bundling, I know there's like a way to do it, but I don't know how, and it's not very clear how. Like, I guess I would have to try to bundle from someone else's closet, and I don't want to do that because I don't want them to think I'm like buying from them. Because like you can't bundle from your own closet, and there was someone recently that was interested in like 8 items, and I was like, I think you can bundle them. Like, I don't really know how, but yeah. So bundling is different. Responding to comments on your listing, oh my god, I spent like, oh my god, I think 15-20 minutes trying to figure that out last night, and I still couldn't figure it out, so I ended up private messaging the person. But then I figured it out today. But it was like, so you have to like go to your listing, press the little like comment bubble, and then respond. But it came up as like a notification. It was like, this person commented on your listing, and so I clicked on it, but it didn't do anything. So I'm like, why does it not bring me to the comment so I can reply? Anyway, that was annoying. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So hopefully that gave you guys some information if you're looking to sell on Depop. I am having a good time with it. It is becoming like my second platform, and I'm definitely getting in the groove. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Depop, I'm at Galaxy Finds, like most other platforms. So yeah, if you have any other requests for videos for me to do, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Follow my channel. I'm trying to grow my followers. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.